You are not here to control the river. You are here to flow with it. What if your obsession with control is the reason you feel stuck? What if peace isn't found in mastering life, but in surrendering to it? And what if the freedom you've been searching for begins the moment you let go? There comes a time in life, quiet, unnoticed, when we begin to realize something isn't working. We've done everything right, planned everything carefully, calculated, prepared, predicted, and still, life slips out of our hands like sand in the wind. We try to hold it tighter, thinking, maybe if I just do more, plan more, think harder, I can finally feel safe. But the truth is, we're not building safety. We're building a prison made of our own expectations, a cage formed by the illusion that control equals peace, but it never truly does. Because control is only an illusion. The tighter you grip life, the more it pulls away. Like trying to trap water between your hands. The harder you grasp, the faster it escapes. We are taught to believe that controlling life will keep us from pain. We believe that if we just hold everything perfectly in place, nothing will hurt. But the truth is, life is not meant to be controlled. Life is meant to be experienced. And control, when rooted in fear, becomes the enemy of joy, of connection, of flow. We live in a world obsessed with control. We're told to master our careers, manage our relationships, micromanage our bodies, emotions, and futures. We want the perfect timing, the perfect outcome, the perfect ending. We chase guarantees. We crave certainty. But life does not come with a blueprint. It doesn't knock politely before entering with change. It storms in. It surprises. It unravels what we've neatly built. A single moment, a diagnosis, a goodbye, a missed chance can undo years of effort, expectation, and illusion. So when our happiness depends on everything going as planned, even the smallest detour feels like failure. We become angry, anxious, defeated. Not because life is cruel, but because we were trying to force it to follow our map. From a Buddhist perspective, this craving for control stems from attachment. Attachment to outcomes, to identities, to how we believe things should be. The Buddha said, attachment is the root of suffering, not pain, not loss, but attachment, our unwillingness to accept life as it is. We suffer when we resist what's real, when we tell ourselves this shouldn't be happening, when we cling to what was or fear what might be. But life is not here to match our vision. It is here to awaken us. Imagine this. You're standing in the middle of a rushing river, arms closed, trying to catch the current. You fight the water, you strain, you panic. But no matter how hard you try, you cannot stop the flow. Now picture the opposite. You open your hands, you let go. You allow the water to move through you. You breathe. You float, you surrender. You haven't given up, you've begun to trust. This is what it means to let go, not to stop caring, but to stop resisting. Letting go is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is knowing when effort turns into force, when action becomes struggle, when trying harder becomes hurting more. In Taoist philosophy, there is a concept called Wu Wei, which means effortless action or non-forcing. It does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what is necessary with presence and peace. not desperation. It means moving with the rhythm of life instead of against it. In Buddhism, we find the same message. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means releasing our grip so that life can move freely through us. There is a story that reflects this truth. A man falls into a wild river during a storm. Instead of fighting the current, he allows it to carry him. He stays calm, floats, conserves his strength. Eventually, the river brings him to a quiet shore. When asked how he survived, he simply says, "I didn't resist the river. I became part of it." This is the wisdom of surrender. When we resist life, we exhaust ourselves. But when we flow with it, we find a quiet, surprising strength, a strength born not from control, but from trust. So how do we begin? How do we let go of control when our whole life has been built on holding on? Step 1. Mindfulness. Come back to the present, not the future filled with fear, not the past soaked in regret, but this breath, this moment, right here. Mindfulness gives us a pause between life and our reaction. In that space, we find clarity. We stop running. We begin seeing. Step 2. Acceptance. Real acceptance is not giving up. It is facing reality with eyes wide open. It's saying, "This is what is, and I will meet it with compassion." Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. And most suffering comes from our refusal to accept what already is. Step 3. Flexibility. Like bamboo in the wind, we stay rooted, but we bend. We adapt. We shift. We release the idea that life must go a certain way. And we open to the possibility that life might surprise us beautifully. In everyday life, this shift is powerful. We stop trying to control people and start truly connecting with them. We release the need for perfection and start creating from the heart. We stop demanding answers and begin trusting the questions. Letting go is not a single act. It is a practice, a daily invitation. Some days we will hold on too tight. Other days we will soften with ease. But every time we let go, even just a little, we become lighter, clearer, more alive. Letting go is not about losing. It's about trusting that life, even in its chaos, knows the way. So next time the plan falls apart, next time the storm arrives, remember this: you were never here to control the river. You were here to flow with it. If this message touched something in you, if you too are learning to trust the river, subscribe to Whispers Within. Here we walk together, in stillness, in surrender, in truth, step by step, breath by breath. Until then, flow gently, live freely, and trust the current of your soul.